Let's turn to truth or fake. Catalina joins us. Good evening to you. Some users online spreading rumours that the Texas gunman, who is dead, is transgender. Truth or fake? Tell us more.
As you said, baseless rumors.
As if it matters.
Spread.
It doesn't matter, does it, whether he is or not? But
it doesn't matter now, but it doesn't help to spread these baseless rumors online regarding the Texas gunman after his death, who fatally shot 19 children and 2 school teachers at the Uvalde Elementary School in Texas. Following the school shooting, a photo started circulating online, notably on Reddit, of this transgender woman where we see her holding a transgender flag. This Twitter user claims he killed 24 humans and 19 were just kids. We already see incoherences in the caption since, according to the latest report, 21 are reported dead following this attack, not 24. These baseless rumors have been notably shared by Arizona Republican Congressman Paul Gosar. Here's the tweet that he removed approximately 2 hours after he posted it. He says, "We know already, fool, it's a transsexual leftist illegal alien named Salvatore Ramos," referring to the shooter whose name is Salvador, not Salvatore.
That says more about Paul Gossard, that he's willing to actually say that without any grounds of proof. I mean, it says a lot about him, doesn't it? But sorry, Catalina, carry on.
Or even just fact-checking the real name of the shooter, who was Salvador Ramos. So a false and transphobic claim that was later proliferated on social media, to which many responded. For example, right-wingers, including Dr. Paul Gosar, have been spreading misinformation that the shooter in Texas was a trans woman, using random photos they pulled from Reddit. The photos were indeed pulled from this Reddit account, and here's a photo that's being used and spread. It was posted around 2 months ago, and following these rumors, this person went to both Reddit and Instagram to clarify that she is indeed not the Texas shooter, saying that her photos are being misused and that she doesn't even live in Texas, and we would normally not show her face, but here she has publicly claimed her innocence, and it's important to stop spreading misinformation and false photos of the Texas shooter. And a photo of the real Texas shooter, of the suspected shooter, was obtained by ABC News from law enforcement officials. The photo of the shooter and the trans woman are clearly not the same. And what we know so far from the mass shooter is that, according to law enforcement authorities, the alleged shooter is called Salvador Ramos. He was an 18-year-old student at the Uvalde High School, and Ramos was shot and killed by a U.S. Border Patrol official, according to the Associated Press. But as we said, baseless and harmless, hurtful rumors that affect real people that have nothing to do with this horrific situation. Mark.
Indeed. Apologies for a couple of choice words that we saw there up on the screen. Sorry about that. It just really exposes people's prejudice and people's, deep nastiness.
It's the reality on social media, Mark.
Sadly. Now then, sticking with the Texas mass shooting, were there fewer mass shootings under the Trump presidency? This is being claimed by some supporters of Donald Trump, clearly. So, fewer mass shootings under the Trump presidency. Truth or fake? I mean, let's bear in mind, we're nearly halfway through the Biden presidency, and Trump, of course, had a full term. So there's one difference already. But what's the truth and what's the fake?
And that's a huge difference, 4 years versus the time that Biden's been president. But many users on social media claim that under the Trump presidency, there were none or fewer mass shootings than under President Biden. They claim that these mass shootings resumed since Biden took office. These claims took flight in March 2021 after 2 deadly shootings. The first, the Atlanta spa shooting that killed 8 people, and the Boulder, Colorado shooting that killed 10 people. Hence, following these shootings, many far right-wing users claim that these mass shootings resumed under President Biden. For example, here 1 year ago, they're saying all of a sudden we're seeing mass shootings, reports of armed gunmen like we haven't seen in almost 5 years, and most recent tweets from the Uvalde, following the Uvalde Elementary School shooting. This user saying, under Trump there was no war, no inflation, no mass shootings, no illegals. Where were all the mass shootings when Trump was president? Is it just me, or were there fewer shootings under Trump?
All the people who say these kind of things, they don't have proper names, they don't have proper pictures. It's all a front for something, isn't it? Or they're sort of, I don't know, it's keyboard warriors behind some kind of strange avatar,
Which is a huge clue for us, because they're obviously very sketch. Here's another user saying, interesting that we hardly had any shootings under Trump. So let's analyze these claims, Mark. We have this data from Statista, company that specializes in data. We have this chart that lists the total number of mass shootings in the United States per year between 1982 up to May 2022. So we can track how many shootings occurred during the Trump presidency from 2017 to 2021. This was a total of 35 5 mass shootings according to this chart. In 2017, as we can see, there were 11 shootings, 2018, 12, 2019, 10, 2022.
So Catalina, this is from who? From which
This is
source?
from Statista. This is the source.
Okay, so this is the source, and obviously Trump supporters will say that's fake news, as they always say. But this isn't fake news, is it? This is actually statistical
This is real
fact.
data. And under Trump, there was what's considered the worst mass shooting in U.S. history, which was the Las Vegas shooting with 59 fatalities. But here we look at this chart from 2021 on, which dictates right here. Also, we can see from the Biden presidency, there were a total of 9 shootings so far. In 2021, 6, and 2022, 3. But as you well said, there's a time difference between both presidencies. Trump, of course, president for 4 years. But the Uvalde elementary school massacre is ranked as the 9th deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history.
Of course, we've got no agenda. If this had revealed that there'd been more shootings under Biden, we'd be saying that, because that's all we're about. It's actually telling the truth.
We can only hope that there will be no more mass shootings.
Well, let's hope that's the case. No more mass shootings. But sadly, the pattern, the way it appears, it's sadly all
we'll be reporting on this
stacked up
4
to
years
happen
on.
again. That's the problem. Well, it might even be sooner. Catalina, thank you very much indeed. Catalina there with Truth or Fake. Thanks to Kate and her guest who joined us from Davos in Switzerland. And thanks to you for watching. Stay with us. More to come. Live from Paris.